I lost so much. Aha! I feel like I say alright all the time. Yeah. Now, mind you, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just being a perfectionist. Tubes. I need tubes. Where? But I'll call thrust. Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. Last time I had chased down this little mining transport. That was a heck of a lot harder to manage than it needed to be. I lost so much of the little salvager that it's going to take a while to repair that. Or it's going to take some resources to repair it. But the important thing is I have that little device right there, the reactor, and I am about to bring it back to the Lafrague and get it all set. Now, I want to make sure that this thing does not shoot at the Lafrague by mistake. And look at this, I've got a bit of a asteroid to rub that gun up against. And keep them up. There you go. Just a little more. There we go. And what all is going here? An assailant is coming in again. Now, the Lafrague is over there. And only 300 meters or so. I think what I want to do is lock this guy down so he definitely doesn't go anywhere. And to do that, I'm going to use the other thing that he came with, which was a boot set to auto lock. So there's that there. And yeah, now I just have to, do all that normal stuff, like salvage it and get the stuff back to where it belongs and claim everything I need to claim. So let me get to that. So I went ahead and put some welders into the roof to give myself a place I can just fly up against and get some repairs done. Let's see how well it works. Alright, this is slightly better. What is it that's stuck on being repaired. There's something loose in this. Like a piece of something stuck in there. That's what I bet it is. What's up with that in there? Aha! Look at that. Alright, and you know what? I think he deserves a new name. Let's go with the Ion Salvager. I know, I'm not being original. Help me come up with a good name for it. Alright, now where is my ship, my spoils? I had ground off the antennas because I didn't want them to keep calling in assailants, whatever those things are. They didn't seem to be doing anything, but kept not. They kept showing up. Alright, well, that's in the way, so let's get rid of it first. Now... Alright. Now, we are at 1805. Up to 1905. That means all I need is 95 of them. Alright, so here we go. The inventory script is off. I need to create... I missed it. We'll go to 15 and then 95 of them, which is 158 silver ingots. In disassembling, if I disassemble 10 of that, I get 66. Another 10, 133. 200 if I disassemble all 30. Alright, let's do it. Alright, folks, here it is. Ho ho ho, finally. And loaded up with uranium right from the get-go. Beautiful. Now I'm going to actually leave this on just so it can fix this one here just in case. Although I might rotate it around. Yeah. But anyway, that's a big deal. I now have the power of a full large reactor to keep me up and going, and now it's just a matter of fixing up and finishing off all of these ion thrusters. And there's a question for us. How many more ion thrusters do I have? How many thruster components? Only 237. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I have a few more over here to salvage, because I honestly didn't realize I was that low. But truth be told, it's only these 4, those 5, those 6, those 5. That's 10, 16, 20. And then 26. So I'm 26 off. Each one of these takes 80. 26, 80, that's 800, 1600, and 16, about 1700, 1800. Alright, well, maybe I'll need to do some more salvaging before I go somewhere else. But I think that's a really good start. Alright, let's go get some more thruster components. Well, here we are, with only 49 thruster components left. I mean, I'm not really going to complain with how many we got, but let's put some of this away and take a little bit more of that, because I've got some more detailing to do. I didn't weld up all of them. There's some thrusters down here that I still want to put in. There were some more back here up top that I wanted to put in. Yeah. And I'll just have to go get some more thruster components. Oh, there was a platinum asteroid. Maybe I could go that way. See about mining up the platinum. Although platinum refines so slowly. But what I did want to do was turn this little projection out from the side of the ship into something more substantial. What do we got here? A moray. Well, it's coming toward me, but it may not get close enough to be a problem. We'll see. In the meantime, I wanted to come in here, but get a slope going. Alright. I feel like I say alright all the time. Yeah. Should come up with a different catchphrase or whatever. But, point being, I think I'm pretty happy with how this looks. Got a little bit of like a cowl going over the top of the thruster, bit of a fender there, and it kind of matches in with the rest of the shape a little bit. Maybe there'd be a better chance to like connect those two in there, but I don't know. We'll go with this for now. So I got to repeat that over on this side, and well, and then we can maybe get a move on. I think before we get a move on, I'm going to build a little outpost here Get some solar panels on it so it stays permanent, and have a beacon running and an antenna, that sort of thing. Get myself a way to find this asteroid again, just in case I need to come back and get more uranium. Anyway, there's a commercial freighter down there, but it looks like it's a solar-powered one, if it's one of the ones I remember. And, yeah, I mean, I guess I could grab the thrusters off of it, but I don't feel like it. So I have to, well, I want to build just a little beacon area worked into the voxels here, and I may as well use these batteries that are part of this ship that I've demolished. So I'm gonna work on that. I just gotta get it cleaned up some, and then get it down to just the bare bones of where those batteries are. Unfortunately, the batteries are kind of separated by that gap. I'll have to figure out how to incorporate that into the design. But it looks like... Oh, well, I could just do this. There, now they're definitely connected. Grab a few of those. And I'm pretty sure I just grabbed what I needed there. Yeah, I'm going to clean this up, get it so it's just the chunk of batteries there, and then move it somewhere. Probably, there's sunlight comes up over this way, and then down and over that way. So, probably okay to get the bunker built. Maybe up on top of here. Yeah, right up here. That way I can get sun all the way up to there and then all the way down to there. And it's only gone for a little while. I know with building solar bases on these asteroids, you can find a spot like probably right around here where the sun will be constantly in view. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll figure out exactly where I should build it that way. And yeah, work on building it up here. Yeah, that'll work. So it may not be the best way to do it, and it takes a minute or two of waiting and patience, but the way that I find the pole of an asteroid, where you can get full sunlight rotating around it all day long, is go to the end where you're pretty, you think it is, based on where the planets are and where the sun's been rotating. And you put a block up, and you just wait to see how even it'll be as it slowly transitions to the other side. So here, I'll speed it up and give you some patience. All right, I can already tell that the sun is moving down a little bit, so I want to do that. And I want to get it pointing pretty straight at there. Maybe not quite that much, more like that. And I think that block placement is about as good as it can get. So I'm going to drop down. And let's test this one out. We can put ourselves in a spot where the sun is right at one of the corners. And I like rotating it so that the lens flare there lines up nicely. And let's see how well this stays even. That looks like it's digging into the plane of it again. Let's do this. And let's line it up. Because if that top surface stays even, I think it was going like that. Now, mind you, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just being a perfectionist. So let's see how well this cuts across the surface of that block. Okay, I think this is pretty good. Let's plop it down. And then why is this mine layer getting close? I suppose that's one of the things you have to worry about with just sitting up there and waiting is, the NPCs might decide to get frisky. Alright. I liked this second one better than the first one. They're extraordinarily similar, but let's set ourselves up for a test here. And it should slide along that surface there. Come on. Tiny little adjustments is not, super easy. Good enough. Let's do that, and let's get this built a little bit more. I've got some parts up in here.
Energy low.
Yeah, let me grab some energy. I'm going to go ahead and build up a little platform here that will be what I attach these batteries to. I think I'll probably end up doing it using the connectors to hold it in place and then build some merge blocks. That's probably better. And hopefully I don't get a gunship launched at me. Alright, let's get to it. Does it really matter if I'm connecting there or not? Yeah, I guess not. Alright, I should do it that way then. And back away a little bit. And rotate. And if you use the arrow keys on your keyboard, you can rotate nice and cleanly without the mouse getting variance added to it, you know. Mind you, the disproportional weight is gonna throw you off a little bit anyway. Oh, not too much. There. Now I want to go back a little bit, and then I want to go a little more sideways, and back a little bit more. Feather it that way, feather it this way. Oh, and we're connecting, or we're close. So let's unlock, go up, hop out, and now we can work on those merge blocks. Sticks out a little bit, but I can build I can build down from it, turn it into a proper little bunker. And look at that, I've already got a beacon built right into it. So yeah, let's grab some merge block material. And I don't want a small one. How do I do that? I can do that. I can go... There's many different ways I could do it. Let's grab some merge blocks. Let's get a big one and add 2 to the hotbar. Let's go up here, and I do not have the steel tubes, the construction components necessary to make a proper merge block, so I'm gonna have to get them some other way. But let's see, maybe I can put them down. Put one there, and I can put another one here. Large steel tubes. Large steel tubes. All I need is the tubes. Do these have tubes? No. Tubes. I need tubes. Where's the frag? Let me grab some large steel tubes and I'll be back. Alright, got my tubes. That's not going to suddenly get... let me back it away just in case. Can't imagine there'd be a problem, but let's do it this way. Huzzah. And yeah, now I'm attached. Let's go ahead and anchor it a little further into the ground. Ooh, let me use these. I get to actually build something kind of neat looking. We've got the makings of a little building here, I'd say. Get rid of all of that as unnecessary, but let's go ahead and grab one that's the end block. Where's the end block? Yeah. Well, I'm not quite done with the bunker up there, but I figured I don't have enough materials up there. I'm going to move the ship, finally. And I wanted to bring you all back for that. So, let's actually see if I can take my hydrogen Actually, you know what? I don't need to turn off all the thrusters. But if I take my tanks and put them on stockpile, is that all 3 tanks? Main tanks on stockpile. Where's that hydrogen? There we go. So the main tanks are on stockpile. They are no longer providing hydrogen. Oh, that last little bit must have been them sucking the hydrogen out of the Penderin. But I've got thrust. Here we go. So I am intentionally redlining my power right now because there are those batteries that I don't want on the ship, but they have a lot of energy in them. So what I'm doing is using them up through these thrusters, and then I'm going to turn on the large reactor. Once I turn on the large reactor, I definitely should not be worried about redlining. Anyway, here is the uranium asteroid bunker. Let me get over there and here.
Ship fuel low.
Yeah, that's the batteries that are trying to get to
Ship fuel low.
empty. Yeah, I know you're low. Don't worry.
Ship fuel low. Ship fuel low. Ship fuel low. Ship fuel low.
This is cool. Didn't have far to go, but you know what? It's fun. Alright, let's go and take a look at the... let me show you what I'm talking about with the batteries. So I still have all of my main batteries, the ones I'm planning on keeping, like this one, on recharge only. And I have the reactor off, and I've got these batteries here, this little bank of batteries on discharge. I don't want to keep them there. I want to be able to use this space for something else. But, you know, I didn't want to just waste that energy, and yeah, figured I could do it this way easy enough. Anyway, here is the bunker. We've got a lot of things not welded up, but a couple of double doorway, so it can be an airlock. And it can be an airlock because we've got a vent right there feeding up. Under here is a oxygen tank, so it can hold some oxygen. The tank is just connected through there. I'm going to have to put some plating on the bottom to airtight it. And there's a small cargo container, a connector, and inside is a survival kit, a planter, there's a toilet and a shower, and a bed. And not much more. Because this is just a little bunker. Cool. I'm going to weld this up, and I'll show it to you when I'm done. Now, I've got all that welded up, and last but not least, I want to weld in a little tower on top here. A little bulkier than you'd expect. inspect, because what I'm going to do is attach to it our solar panels. So, the frustrating thing about the solar panels is they don't attach in the center of the block. So you kind of have to play around a little bit to get them looking good. But I think I can appreciate this view. And doing it like this, realistically, only 2 of them are going to have full sun at any given time. But as soon as the sun starts moving this way and that one starts going in the shade, this one starts lighting up, and then the sun comes around, and then there's going to be 2 of them there. So I think it'll be enough to keep the batteries charged. Hopefully. Alright, and yeah, you build these up, and then I get to paint it. Just topping off some energy. Oh, my hydrogen is still being stockpiled, that's right. But take a look at this. I'm done, I think I'm done. I like how it looks. I've got plenty of power coming in with those solar panels, aside from the fact that the sun is being blocked right now. But, you know, I don't know how great shakes at painting. It looks okay. It's a little bit of a, you know, like a little bumblebee stuck on the side here with the stripy yellow and black. I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, check this out. You hear those sensors? I have a lossless pressurized oxygen environment in here. And then if I want to leave again, closes the door, turns it off, and then turns this one on after it depressurized. Pretty cool. It took a while to figure that out. But here, let me show you what it is. So that one you can leave open if you want to. So we've got the vent, obviously. We've got that timer. Actually, that third timer block isn't necessary, per se. But I have 2 sensors in the ceiling. One sensor goes through the center of that block, and the other one comes to the center of this block. Here's where they are. There's that sensor poking up through there, and that sensor poking up through there. I can actually just show you what the sensor's range is. There and there. Right? And the sensors swap. Let me show you how that works. The sensor out is the one closer to me right now, and that one does... No, not that. Timer block 1. Alright, so sensor on the inside, its actions are just turning the pressurizing on or off. Alright. Now, timer block 1 closes both doors. These aren't toggles, it says close. So if they're open, they close. And then timer block 2. Timer block 2 does a swap of the power. So even if I mess up somehow and I get in there and I like double trigger the sensors, as long as this timer block sequence goes off properly, it'll close the doors first and then swap power. So even if they were both open, one of them would get closed. So hopefully that'll work out right. Turned out I didn't really need timer block 3 with using 2 sensors, but using just 1 sensor to trigger it all was not working out right. I needed like 2 more timer blocks on top of that third one that's no longer being used. But anyway, I'm going to leave this place, but first I want to show you that the small cargo container here, I'm leaving the 48 thruster components in here. That's because if I use this place as a backup, did I die and the ship got blown up and I respawn at this survival kit, I'm going to need to make myself a ship of some variety, so I'm going to use those thruster components to do it. On top of that, let's get the materials necessary for an assembler and drop it in here. Alright. And materials for a basic refinery. Is that... Well, 2 basic refineries if that's what happens. Because who knows, maybe I need to restock. But for the time being, I think this is good. I think I'm happy with it. That's the uranium asteroid survival kit. I threw in a bunch of extra large steel tubes, a bunch of small steel tubes, because those are things I can't make without, an assembler. So, yeah, worst case scenario, I've got someplace to be. But on that note, I think it is time to go someplace else. I'm going to stop worrying about closing doors behind me. I'm on the ship that's got the timer blocks, setting them all shut. All right, let's go. Pull away from the...
Ship fuel critical.
Yes. So I'm redlining it, which means I'm not actually powering up these thrusters all the way. Which means this is not actually the limit of power on these thrusters. Let me check my hold. I'm still have 353,000 uranium ore to use to process. So that's fine. Plenty maneuverable still. Well, I think the little ice planet that I'm aiming for is right up there. Okay, here goes nothing. Let's see, I don't want to go anywhere in the atmosphere of that thing, so if I go here and I go to a second page, let's get our jump drives here. Increase distance and then decrease distance. Although I think that actually should be a... No way, is that the maximum I can jump? Hold on, I think I have to set them up as a group, right? Holy cow, okay. Well, apparently, the weight of my ship means that the maximum jump distance I can do It's 750 or 765 kilometers. All right, well, here goes nothing.
Ship fuel low.
And I'm
Ship
not
fuel
even
critical.
halfway there. Well, all right then. Guys, I am going to cut out the recording for the rest of today and sit here waiting for my jump drives to recharge, draining out those batteries. Looks like they're doing a decent job of it. And, then I'll get the reactor turned on, and I'll get a move on. But thanks for joining me. Appreciate you watching as always, and I will see you next time on Survival Records.